So I just saw the Mando trailer and Secret Invasion, and it was all kinds of goodness for both, but different levels of anticipation and interest. I would say the Mando was a little bit stronger. So the trailer for that one, I did enjoy a little bit more, but I'm nervous where they're going because I'm not a big fan of Grogu. But apparently Grogu is going to be a permanent part of the Mando story, so I'm a little bummed about that. I wish Grogu just went away. I do not like that character. But it's very well done. It's very intriguing. I assume, minor spoilers, Bo-Katan will be the antagonist he has to face off against. I would say 1 minute of the trailer, which is pretty alarming because it's just a teaser, but that was kind of worthless. It's just catching people up. If you're not a hardcore Star Wars fan, then you'll be like, where exactly is the Mando? They basically kind of recap what happened with Boba Fett and try to catch people up, but I didn't think that was really necessary, at least to me. So it's got a good cast, fairly impressive production quality to it because a lot of people were worried with Kenobi. I would agree that's one of the weak points of Kenobi. I like the story just fine, but it was somewhat lacking in the visual department, and the effects could have been done a lot better overall. That is not the problem here. It seems they've allocated the funds appropriately, and it looks fantastic. So overall, the look was pretty good. So a lot of confidence in the Mando and that it will deliver the goods when it comes to us finally. I do wonder what twist will be with the dark saber and whether it will all make sense narratively. I think the stories have been a bit of a mess. Stylistically, it's pretty strong. Performance is kind of strong. But when they unveiled the final thing in the particular story, it was like, oh, okay, Luke is going to show up. He's going to solve everything. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. All right. That didn't really go anywhere. But the Mando was pretty good in Boba Fett. In fact, he was so good. That's probably the most memorable episode of Boba Fett. So make of that what you will. So they've definitely spent time and energy on this one, and it looks fantastic. I highly recommend giving it a chance. If you are new to the Mando, I will try to put up some season reviews and catch people up. So definitely have my approval on that one. And now we turn to Secret Invasion, which is very star-studded and has Samuel L. Jackson, Emilia Clarke, so fairly good cast. Now, this is not as strong as the Mando. Clearly, the budget is a little bit more limited, but that's fine. Overall, the look is still pretty strong. Music was amazing, and the premise is intriguing. But I want to be brutally honest, they really put the Skrull mythology in a very bizarre place after Captain Marvel. I did not like what they did with Kree or Skrulls with Captain Marvel. I think the film itself is above average, but if you're a comic book purist, wow, they made it a whole big mess. So hopefully they're going to clarify a few things with Fury and the Skrull. And I do like this overall, but I would have to give it a slightly lower grade than the Mando. So I'm going to give Secret Invasion 7.5 and the Mando trailer an 8 out of 10. I'm more confident the Mando will go someplace because too many times these MCU TV projects just are advertisements for the films, so I don't expect this will be much different. It's probably going to be helping to structure the bigger conflict with Kang or Galactus or whoever is the big opponent at the end of the day. But if they do a good job mixing the spy genre with the superhero drama per se while they're setting up the advertisement, I'm not going to mind too much. And I do find it intriguing what Emilia Clarke will do because she's in a weird position that she basically was part of one of the biggest failures in television history. It's not her fault. She just followed orders, but it'll be interesting if she kind of redeems this series and kind of puts the MCU back on track. Because at this point, like 80% of the MCU, I don't care about. Even when it's well done, I'm just very indifferent to what it's up to. I don't really trust them very much anymore. But a small 20% I do think is pretty rock solid and worth going through. And so I hope this will be part of the 20% with Loki, Strange, and Multiverse of Madness. I'm even going to include Thor 4, which I thought was more good than bad, and Eternals, which I think at least experimented. So some tentative high hopes for Secret Invasion. I will say, though, it probably would be useless to go back to the comic books because they have not had any fidelity to the source. So it'll be interesting what Easter eggs. But I will be intrigued what Easter eggs that they do pull from the comic books that they're going to insert into the series. Because when they do the Easter eggs and they pay off, they actually are pretty good. I did like that they used the old Thor costume for Thor 4. So Strange and Multiverse of Madness has bought them a lot of credibility, but they've quickly dissipated it with She-Hulk and other monstrosities. So hopefully they will strike the right balance with Fury and Secret Invasion. But I got to be honest, the Mando I think I'm very confident on. But Secret Invasion, mildly confident on.